Meeting call to order. Roll call.
Dr. Robinson? Here. Mr. Webb?
Here.
Dr. Bunt? Here. Mrs. Ware? Here. Mr. James?
Here. Okay, then we got election of board officers.
Oh.
Board officers. I didn't know it. Okay.
I thought we just did that.
We did it. Oh, you have to do it.
You do that.
But then,
I move that it stays as it is, and that I move that we, second, and that we adopt our continuing slate of officers.
Okay.
Second.
We move second, all in favor? Everybody good? If you want,
No.
adoption of the, anything need to be changed on the agenda at this time? If not, let's get adoption of
I move that we adopt the agenda. Second.
the agenda. It's moved and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passes 5-0. Okay, public comments, is there any?
No.
None, okay, no public comment, recognitions and presentation, Boys and Girls Club.
Good afternoon
All right,
to the board and the superintendent of the Natchez-Adams School District. I'd like to thank you for this opportunity to come and kind of express to you about the Boys and Girls Club. My name is Marcus Pittman, and I am the Chief Executive Officer for the Boys and Girls Club of Southwest Mississippi. We're located in Macomb, Mississippi, and it is, we're seeking some help, that's basically what it is. So on behalf of the Board of Directors, my Board of Directors of the Boys and Girls Club of Southwest Mississippi, we would like to express our firm interest in establishing the Boys and Girls Club within your school district, located in the city of Natchez. It is our request that the board consider leasing the Robert Lewis Middle School for the sole purpose and usage to organize, establish, and operate a Boys and Girls Club within the city of Natchez. We have conducted a comprehensive assessment of your facility and believe it to be an ideal location and opportunity to serve the youth within the great city of Natchez. So that's basically, I don't want to be before you long, but also to give you a little history of the Boys and Girls Club. You can look at your brochure that you have. We've been in existence for over 30 years, served lots and lots of kids. And if you open it up, you can see our mission, our creed. You can see when we was established, a little history on it. And you can see some of our alumni that have went on and are doing great things in the community now. So we're very proud of them. You can also see some of our programs. And on the back, you can see our board of directors, so you may know, and you can see also our club locations and what we have to offer and everything like that. But that is my request, that we're able to lease the Robert Lewis Middle School to run our programs out of the Boys and Girls Club. And it is mine that I found out that you once had a Boys and Girls Club here, but we would like to come back and look at doing something for the city of Natchez. So we thank you guys for this time and really appreciate it.
Let me clarify something, because when you say you want to lease the, you're not talking about the entire facility, you're talking about whatever portion of the facility that would be necessary.
Yes, we don't want to, I've taken a look at it, and it is huge, and we can't do it with all of that space, so.
Because we do have multi-uses going on in some of our empty buildings, I just
So
want to
we
make sure.
will be able to, I got Greg West with me today. Greg has been instrumental in keeping this thing going because, like I said, I'm all the way in Macomb, and Greg, he's, I guess you say, boots to the ground. He's out working and getting things situated, and I really appreciate him for that. So when I come over, he's already laid the foundation, so it's easy for me, so I thank him for that. But we went and looked at the building, and we did see some areas that we could utilize. So we wouldn't need the whole building, but we'd love to have access to the gym and the cafeteria and classroom spaces.
All right.
We thank you, Mr. Pittman. Under the advisement of the board, I'll make contact with you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
okay?
Can I add one thing? The Boys and Girls Club next month has scheduled a regional conference here in Natchez, even though we don't have clubs, but clubs from all over Natchez will be at the Grand Hotel at August 15 and 16.
15 and 16.
And they paid for two of us to go, even though we not even established. So, we're gonna have that opportunity to get that information and be trying to establish to know. I want you to know that also.
And for two of y'all to go where?
To this conference
Where?
at the Grand Hotel.
Oh, well, y'all don't need no pay, y'all don't need it, no. That's what I was wondering, I'm acting like it was somewhere far, place far away.
No, I was saying,
You said they paying for you to go.
We paying the registration fee for them.
I understand, okay.
but also, for those of you who may not know, Mr. West was instrumental in bringing the first Boys and Girls Club here, right before 2000 to the time they closed.
I heard something like that.
You didn't have to bring that, Oh, okay, yeah, well, it's good to know that an effort is being made to, bring it back, because, let me say this, I will, because I was always proud of this. You know what, it was at Sadie B. Thompson initially, and once we established the Boys and Girls Club over there, after the first year or two, they said the crime rate in that area had gone down halfway.
That means you need it back.
I mean, I'm just saying it was having an impact on that community.
Right.
And of course, we had to move it because of the fact that, the Sadie B. Thompson facility constantly deteriorated, and that's when they moved it to Martin. But that's why it was moved. But my point is, when you can touch base with a number of kids who need attention or whatever the case may be, and with resources, it's helpful. And the kids begin to take pride in the area, or whatever the
Yeah,
case
it's
may
a
be.
proven track record.
That's correct. It's a proven
Absolutely,
track record.
throughout the country, so.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay. Then we have, NASD honors mass scholarship recipients.
Mr. James, members of the board, good evening. Ms. Jackson is unable to join us this afternoon, so I will take the honor of doing this presentation. As you all are aware, annually, Natchez-Adams School District administrators attend the Mass Summer Conference, which is held in Biloxi. Typically 1,200 to 1,300 people who are in attendance. And one of the highlights of the Mass Summer Conference is the luncheon, which is held on, I think, the third day, where they announce the recipients of the Bound Scholarship for Excellence. On this particular day, we were actually talking about, it had been approximately 3 to 4 years since Natchez-Adams School District had a recipient of that scholarship. Well, to our surprise and to our elation on this year, Natchez-Adams School District has a scholarship recipient. The Bound Scholarship is offered to a student who has exhibited excellence in leadership, community service, and academics, and with a recommendation for the superintendent. And so it was my pleasure to receive that scholarship on behalf of our student this year. And so on today, we would like to recognize our 2024 Bound Scholarship recipient from Natchez Early College, Ms. Joy Rowland. Thank you, Ms. Rowland. You make us proud.
Yes.
You wrote my book.
That's yours.
I just have one thing to say.
Oh, let me take my glasses off.
All right, let me hold on.
So the scholarship is only given to 10 recipients from across the state of approximately, I think, 145, 150 school districts. So we are extremely proud of Ms. Rowland, and we pray the very best for you as you continue your academic endeavors.
And where are you attending? USM. Congratulations. That's all right.
We just kidding.
Right.
Okay. Item 6, approval of minutes, approval of June 25th, 2024 special call meetings, approval of June 25th, 2024 regular meeting minutes. Can we get approval?
So,
Second.
It's been moved and second, all in favor? Passes 5-0. Item number 7, approval of consent item. If there's nothing that needs to be moved from consent item, can we get approval?
I move that we approve all of the consent items.
Okay,
Second.
it's been moved and second, all in favor? Aye, it passes 5-0. Okay, 8.1.
Good afternoon, Mr. James, members of the board, Mrs. McDonald Green, Mr. Bruce Keenan in his absence, if he's not on the Zoom session. The Office of Human Resources is presenting a personnel board report, item 8.1, personnel recommendations. It is the request of the superintendent that the Board of Trustees review and approve the recommendations 8.1 for the personnel board report for today of July 16, 2024. Are there any questions in regards to section 8.1, personnel recommendations?
So,
Just a minute. I want to be.
I think I have a question.
Oh, you got a question?
Yeah. Okay, Duncan, where did you take it?
Number, say number,
That is
number 1.
number 1.
Mhm.
Can you
Number
expand on it? Because it's in blue, I
Yeah, we hired Mr. Boyce, we hired number 1.
Okay,
Then he decided that it wasn't a good fit for him for a position that he was placed in. So you will see, if you go through the personnel report, on the classified section that's on the last page in blue, he resigned from the position. So that's why he's in blue on that first page,
okay.
because he's also on the exit page also. So he came, he worked, and he
And he
left.
left. He made a quick impact, Mr. Williams.
And that's the recommendations for 8.1.
Did anyone else have any questions?
No, I just think that it's good.
Oh, I move that we
I
accept.
have, no,
You got a
Okay.
question?
I haven't looked at it, but that's okay, go on.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna know what I'm looking at anyway.
So go on with it.
I trust the superintendent, whatever. You authorize all of this, right, Zan?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
They certainly have, quality people in front of our students come July 29th.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
that's good enough for me.
Thank you, Ms. Webb.
Yeah,
All right, hit me one more time.
okay. So move.
second.
It's been moved and second, all in favor?
Ah,
Passes 5-0. Okay, 8.2.
8.1.1.
You doing all that one time?
We
I
just
thought we did all that
8.1.
together.
Those were recommendations.
Okay, so,
8.1.1,
okay, go ahead.
24-25 school year employee transfers.
So we're gonna do 8.1.1, 8.1.2, 8.1.8, B, C?
All
If you want,
individually.
if you want her to take all of them
Yeah,
together.
yeah, go on with it,
That's
all.
what we
You
just
sure?
Well, see, we thought we did it all at one time. Yeah, go down, do all of it.
Okay, well, it
But we
is,
ain't had no problem with it.
okay. Well, it is a
Let's go.
request of the superintendent.
Just give me one moment. I do want to call your attention to 8.1.C.
Right.
8.1 what?
8.1C,
Okay.
which is a personnel change of 247-day employees to 240-day employees. Our custodial team and maintenance team, as you all recall, last summer, you all approved for administrators to move from 240 days to 230 days, administrators and some other employees. This year, we are requesting that 247-day employees, which are our custodians and our maintenance team, to move from 247-day employees to 240-day employees. That will afford them some holiday time. Typically, on the holiday schedule, they have Christmas Day,
And New Year's.
and New Year's only, they have to return to work, and this will afford them some additional time to spend with their families.
Right. They'll get 7 additional days of holiday time off.
Let me ask a question, just generally. Are there any employees who work for our district who don't get, that kind of time, those days?
As of now,
Mhm.
everybody's on track with getting some downtime during Christmas. The custodians and maintenance staff, they were always the ones that were kind of left off. They would have to come to work be off on Christmas, come back to work after Christmas, be off on Thanksgiving, come back to work right after Thanksgiving. Very seldom get enough time off during spring break. So this would afford them where when we leave on the 19th for Christmas, they will leave, and they'll have the same time off that all of us at central office have.
So this would be for everybody?
For all, yes, for everybody.
Yes.
But I'm assuming that the reason that they stayed before was to protect the property,
And I
right?
protected the property at one time, it was to make certain that some maintenance, upkeep on the floors and so forth. But understanding, you know, they just don't have any downtime with their things. And so we've made adjustments to everybody except that group of employees.
But we do have things in place in case something would happen
Oh,
to
definitely.
the building.
Definitely.
So we have emergency things in place.
Yeah, so there is an emergency at the school, our maintenance team, they're still
They're
on
still
call.
young call.
Yes,
Okay.
and our administrators,
So this wouldn't be the same as vacation days, right?
yes, holiday days, yes.
It would be the same as,
Yes.
okay.
So I move that we accept 8.1 to 8.1D.
Second.
And moving second, all in favor,
Ah,
pass 5-0. Let me, I'm gonna ask one thing though. 8.1.2.
Okay,
That's when you retire and you have all these days left over.
Right.
So many goes to PERS,
if they
and
request
the other ones, we pay them minimum wages.
$60 for certified staff.
Okay. Will it
$60
change?
for, we never change it.
That's set by the
Always been.
state, right,
Set
Ms.
by the state.
Tennessee?
Right,
But classified,
classified gets paid minimum wage. So if a classified person has 8 days left, they get 8 days at that minimum wage.
and what is that?
What is what?
Minimum wage.
$7.25. They get
So,
$7.25.
so if I make $15 an hour and I have 10 days left over,
You get paid minimum wage. That's a state guideline.
I know, you mean, you might ask me about that before.
You did.
They gotta be smart.
Yeah.
You gotta take some days off. When you get ready to retire, you
They
gotta
get
take some
certified,
days
so
off.
they get paid
Every Friday, and Monday. Come to work Tuesday.
I'll be encouraging our employees.
No, but see, the problem is, if I don't encourage you to do it, when they get that $7 an hour, then when they call you and tell you, my check messed up. It's too late now, I can't help you, you accept it.
They call
That's why y'all highlighted that, they called me. That's why y'all told y'all, I said, y'all need to highlight that they gonna get minimum wage so they know what they doing. All right, thank you.
All right, thank y'all.
We better take some things off. 8.2. You heard that, Ms. Badger. You ready to retire, you better take some break.
You don't have to tell me.
Call her.
She'll be here till 2052, so.
Yeah, we all.
Good afternoon, Mr. James, members of the board, Ms. McDonald Green. Item 8.2 is approval of vendors accepting the bids for contractual services. These were the bids that we opened. We would like to accept professional development Rosemont, professional development or academic allies, professional development Bailey Group, positive behavior Fluency Plus, positive behavior academic allies, and language speech for our private school sector, Bridget Moore. And it's the recommendation of the superintendent that we accept those bids.
And you think those were the best bids in all of those particular areas?
Being honest, we didn't have many, so I accepted them all, to ensure that we can cover all areas.
Okay. All right. I'll offer a motion that we would accept the recommendation.
Then moving second, all in favor.
Thank you.
Carried 5-0. 8.3.
Good afternoon, Mr. James, members of the board, Ms. McDonald Green. Agenda item 8.3 is a request for approval of curriculum consulting services, web-based curriculum, digital and print resources. We advertise for requests for proposals for consulting services, curriculum resources. All RFPs were received and opened during the regular June meeting. So on behalf of Natchez-Adams School District teachers and administrators, I'm requesting the approval of vendors listed on the second page of this agenda item. You should have it in your packet. And also on the third page of the agenda item, there is a list of all the vendors who submitted an RFP. And we really selected all of them except for the instructional coaching, except for 4 groups. And the 4 groups that, well, let me tell you who was accepted. We're requesting consulting services for Kid First, education, Bailey, education, climbing, higher heights, bringing education, and if-then solutions.
And Dr. Morrison worked with our teacher groups and our administrators in order to select, many of our teachers worked with these consultants last year, and they conveyed to Dr. Morrison that they were pleased with the services that were provided and requested that they return this year.
Are we still using that McGraw-Hill,
Yes, ma'am.
that curriculum?
Yes,
Is that
after
working
it's
out?
time to
Is that,
renew it, yes.
is it?
Yeah, we've had it 3 years now, so we're getting ready to renew it
And
again
we're
this year.
seeing improvements
Yes, ma'am.
from that with the English language.
Yes, ma'am, and we're also getting ready to implement, the new math curriculum that we purchased with the, high quality instructional material brand.
Are you sure that, SABVAS, they were just gonna do it at no cost?
It's fun. We look page by page by page, actually they submitted 2. We look page by page by page, not one cost.
Maybe they gonna do it for free.
Well,
I doubt that. Without that, no one does it
first
for
they
free.
get you hooked on it.
Yes.
And that means they believe in it, I'm assuming, in their
Yes.
curriculum, and then that we'll want it, so let's give it a try.
Are there any more questions? Okay, if not, it is the recommendation of the superintendent that the board of trustees approve the requested curriculum consulting service and well-based curriculum resources for the 2024-2025 school year.
Move that we accept 8.3.
Second.
Been moved and seconded, all in favor?
Make sure, it's probably unnecessary to say this, but we need to make sure that's a part of the minutes.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Okay,
So I
you was all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, it's good. Next one. All right, 8.4, Mr. Bird.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the board, superintendent. We have for you item 8.4, which is the approval of the claim dockets and acceptance of the financial reports. Within your binders are the claim dockets for those dated June 14th to June 28th. Additionally, the June 2024 financial reports, finished budget reports, and the capital project summary were attached for review. If there are no questions, it is the superintendent's recommendation that the board of trustees approve the aforementioned claim dockets and accept the required financial reports as presented for review.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
That's passed 5-0. Thank you. Is that it, Mr. Bird? Oh,
No, that's 2 more.
Okay, come on.
The next item is 8.5, is the approval of the Avalon tax request resolution. Each year after the adoption of the budget, a resolution to request an Avalon tax effort in dollars must be presented to the board of supervisors on or before August 15th. It is the superintendent's recommendation that the board approve the attached Avalon tax request resolution for submission to the Adams County Board of Supervisors.
Okay.
I so moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Passed 5-0. 8.6 is,
Yes, sir.
okay.
8.6 is the approval of 2024.
This here right here. Hold on 1 minute,
Oh,
Mr.
sure.
Bird. This is what she, this is what you talking about?
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Go ahead on, Mr. Bird.
Okay, this is approval of the 2024-2025 budget. On or before the 15th of August of each year, we also must prepare our budget and submitted to the county as well as the State Department of Education by August 15th. Prior to the adoption of this budget, the school board of each school district should have at least one public hearing so that the general public will have an opportunity to comment. The board of, forgive me. We had a public hearing on June 25th, 2024, and we met those requirements. And if there are any questions, it is the superintendent's recommendation that the board approve the 2024-2025 budget as presented.
Do we say anything?
You don't,
No,
you don't say, but she did.
no, what she wants to do is there's a particular item in the
Oh.
budget that she
Then,
wants to
gonna
record
wait.
to show
Oh, no.
that she's voting against.
But,
So,
but,
we can take a motion to approve the budget overall, or whatever the case may, and a second. And then she can stipulate, that'll be part of the record, that she's voting against a particular item in the budget.
Right, okay. So now we need a motion.
So I'd offer a motion that we would approve the budget, the overall budget.
Give a second.
Second.
And move in second. And now,
Right.
now,
You wanna stipulate that,
I wanna let the record show that I vote nay for the high school football budget.
okay?
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It passed 5-0. Cause you got your stipulation, right? Okay, it passed 5-0. Okay, go on. That it?
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now, 8.7.
8.7 is a recommendation to the board to accept a facility use request on the behalf of Mrs. Angela Brooks. She is requesting the use of one classroom at the Frazier's property for storage. She is conducting a shoe drive event, and she needs an area to store those shoes. So it's the recommendation that the board approves this facility use request.
So moved.
Second.
Move the second, all in favor?
Aye.
Passes 5-0. 8.8. You,
Mr. James, members of the board, you have before you the athletic schedules for cross-country track, golf, and softball. It is a recommendation of the superintendent that you approve those schedules.
okay. Anybody got it? What?
So I'll offer that as a motion.
Oh,
Second?
Oh, were y'all looking?
Oh, schedule.
yeah, just the schedule.
I'm sorry, I spoke with that.
All right.
They're studying.
It's all right.
Nothing is way out.
Who is our golf coach?
Jamal White.
Was last year his first year?
Yes.
He did a pretty good job.
You did?
You why you do?
Huh?
You say you got with somebody. YouTube or something you said.
I saw on Facebook where he checked with Lynette West.
Oh, okay.
And some
I
other
you see you
people
got with
doing
somebody, I
it.
know what YouTube, Instagram.
Smart man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he used his resources.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, that's why I recognized he was using the resources.
I think our women did the best, right? So the girls did better.
You can do better, but you gotta get better.
Yeah, he got to get better, but I mean, for his first year. That's pretty good.
He going in clinics this year? Is it any clinics he can go to?
We can work to
Yeah, see if there's some ways.
I sent him to Lynette with me.
Right, that's correct.
He had done that.
Did we make?
Yeah, no, we were waiting for you all.
I'm okay. I was
Second.
just looking.
Okay, moving this out.
Right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passes 5-0. Thank
Thank
you. 8.9.
Good afternoon, President James, members of the board, Superintendent, Natchez-Adams Green. 8.9, I'm here for approval of the updated pre-K handbook for 24-25. School policies and procedures are reviewed annually and are subject to modifications. The campus administration will make all necessary attempts to communicate those changes to the parents and the students. So if there are no questions or.
Lord, the that pre-K got rules.
Yes.
Are there any major changes between what we had last year versus this
He
year?
had no rules. What did they do? Did they do cry too much?
Oh,
I know that will.
Which you are.
to use language which enhances children's critical thinking.
Oh,
Mr. James, that's what we're doing.
I'll offer a motion.
cookies. All motion.
Well, you don't confuse me. I'll offer a motion that we would accept the changes.
It's been moved and second, all in favor?
Uh,
You know, in there, get more graham crackers, cookies. Juice.
Your brain learns the most from 1 to 5.
Right.
Your brain learns everything it's gonna learn, Sabrina, right? From 1 to 5. She's got a little. No, from 1 to.
Oh, you mean from 1 to 5 years
Years
old?
old.
Oh.
That's when the brain is developed the most.
She has more vocabulary than I know about.
Yeah, oh, exactly.
Right.
I have a niece that was attending pre-K.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm gonna read this handbook, so I know
She's right.
on top of the game,
Okay.
cause she get up on it.
8.10.
I didn't go to school till I was 6 or 7. That's why I missed
We know.
1 to 5.
But you were learning.
Yeah, he started working. Okay.
Agenda item 8.10 is a request to enter into our yearly agreement with Mississippi State University to house students intern for, and supervise student intern in our district in hopes of keeping them.
Yes.
It is the recommendation of Natchez-Adams School District Board, it's the recommendation of the superintendent that the Natchez-Adams School District Board of Trustees grant approval for NASD to enter into the student internship agreement with Mississippi State University for the 2024-2025 school year.
So moved. Second.
Okay, moving second, all in favor?
Aye.
Passes 8.12. You say the notification of the board meeting change?
Yeah, the September date and the November date.
Yes, it's on this list that you gave us, right?
We skipped 8.11.
Yes. They must submit the information you need in order to approve the
Hold it.
increase the numbers.
Oh. All right. Okay, we got the.
We need to act on this?
Yeah, act on 8.12.
I'll offer a motion that we would approve item number 8.12, notification of board meeting.
Okay, it's been moved and second, all in favor? Passes 5-0. 8.13.
8.13, Mr. James, members of the board, is a recommendation to approve the 2024-2025 organizational chart. You should have it at your station or in your in your board book. There are no changes from last year.
Right, okay.
At the top, that icon at the very right, we'll switch it for you. We'll rotate it for you.
Also, I don't know if you all know about it. They put some billions of dollars aside for the education department up there for foster kids, I think that's what it is. Foster kids, that when they get ready to graduate and go to college, we have to apply, I think here in 12th grade, that it pays for their, somewhere to stay. Their apartment and all of that and whatever college campus they have, and some of their tuition, for so many billions. It just come out, it was on the news about 3 days ago.
I saw that.
You seen?
I did.
Okay. And for the foster
PBS
kids.
evening news, yeah.
Yeah, so it's for foster kids, so we have a lot of those.
Yes.
I'll try to get it to you.
Yes.
All right.
On the organizational chart, the site principal director, what does that consist of?
Those are principals.
So, but who's the director of this?
They report to me.
Okay,
Everybody on that line, on that first page, report to me.
okay.
Okay.
It's my thought
So
process.
all of this under the superintendent is,
Everyone on that bottom line, on that first page, they report to me.
okay,
So if it's dealing with money, dealing with something that's gonna end up, that could cause litigation
okay,
and accountability, they report to me.
okay.
Okay. Administrative report, 9.1. Huh?
Motion to approve.
Oh, the motion.
the organizational chart?
Yes.
So moved.
All in favor?
Uh,
I pass by. I thought we
Well, it's the same one.
did. Yeah. 9.1. Ms. Butler.
Good afternoon, Mr. James, members of the board, Mrs. McDonald Green, other central office leadership members. You're volume down.
Somebody's echoing.
Yeah, somebody else.
Right. Okay, that's better. Thank you. There was someone else in the office, our new hire. Okay, so everything's good now. Mr. James, members of the board, Mrs. McDonald Green, and the other central office leadership members. Before you is the ESSER 3 or ARP ESSER overview for June 2024. It actually is the last fiscal day of the year. What you'll see in column D entitled balance is our remaining balance as of June 30th, 2024. You also see in column 2 entitled year to date or YTD is those expenses are incurred during the month of June 2024, which are a total amount of $614,376.81. Any questions about your June 2024 ARP ESSER overview?
No. So we thank you, Ms. Butler.
Thank you all.
Okay.
And we applaud Mrs. Butler and her team for the hard work they have had to invest in making certain that we met all audit requirements. I think we are on audit number 3 or 4. She is continuing to work with the federal programs department at the Mississippi Department of Education to get some of the board priorities to try to get us approved ahead of that September 30th deadline. I think that we have a meeting scheduled tomorrow.
And congratulations on your new hire.
Absolutely.
And we're excited. Thank you so very much.
Where is the new hire?
Mrs. Butler has a new administrative assistant in her office who comes with a wealth of knowledge with financial background.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
What's her name?
Mrs. Ron Dixon Connor. Yeah, so we're excited to have her on the team.
She's on your personnel report, Ms. West.
Huh?
She's on your personnel report.
He said he didn't look at it.
And when you look at it, you'll see her
I
name.
need to see a picture. Okay.
Actually, step down. Ms. Butler asked Ms. Dixon Connor to step down for a moment.
You got one too. You got some.
I certainly will.
Is she over 60?
No.
But you know our mom, right?
Yeah, I know Ellie. Okay.
No, you know her. She worked in the boat.
I don't think you're going to vote that.
But you went in when she worked there 20 years, and you been used to go.
Just with a page door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you used to go, didn't you?
Yeah, I used to go.
Yeah, you go there every day, so I mean, you see you praying all the time. Hey, look, but, okay, let's go to board calendar, 9.2, anything needs to be added or taken away, let Ms. Davis know. Superintendent update.
Mr. Fields is going to get additional copies. Just a brief superintendent's update. The Performing Arts Facility, as you all are aware, we have received MDE approval to proceed. The team and I have a meeting with M3A on Thursday in order to discuss our plans to move forward. This is Ms. Rhonda Dixon Connor.
How you
How you
doing?
doing?
Board.
Nice to meet you.
So we're excited to have Mrs. Connor. We know
They didn't know who you were. I came to tell them, to bring you on down here so they can see.
No problem, I'm just glad to be here. She brings 28 years of accounting experience with her, which is so very needed in our department, and an MBA. And
a pleasant personality, so I am ecstatic.
Yeah, I haven't seen you smile like that in a while.
I know, right?
Well, that's because she's.
Let me tell you what, just the other day, I found that out and I said, Miss McGreen, I may have to retract my.
That's a shame.
What she's an AK or something?
Yes, I am.
No, but I know them singing.
Thank you all so much for the warm welcome.
We're glad to have you.
so
All right.
Okay. I know, right?
Did anybody get one?
Renovations, note that the renovations are still moving. Contractors are slightly behind because they have had some delays in delivery of tile and HVAC systems. Also, when they started the renovation of our HVAC, realized that there were some that were gas versus electric, and I think they had all electric, so they had to work out a plan of how we want to address and how they want to address that. So they are slightly delayed. However, all buildings will be ready to receive students on July 29th. They know that that is our priority. So we have, they've been very responsive and attentive to what our concerns have been and working to address. We were a little concerned about, well, not a little, greatly concerned about Magloire prior to the 4th of July, but going through that building on today, they have made extreme progress there. Did miss some change orders that we've had to approve for that particular project. If you take a look at change order number 14 at McLaurin in that center hallway, because of some duct work that they're going to do, gonna have to replace that ceiling, kind of drop it some, but the ceiling will not impede students or will not be a safety issue for students as they move through
So
the
which
building.
building they gonna drop?
Right in that main corridor going towards the gym. But it won't be so low that, it's gonna impede anything. The reorganization, Ms. Coach Wesley has been the lead on moving teacher items across the district along with his team. They have done a tremendous job. Prior to us going home for the 4th of July, they had basically moved all teacher items, and that was 3 building levels. Our building full field, our teachers have to downsize. They have everything, including the kitchen sink. But that team has done an extreme job. West is done, completed. Morgantown is completed, I think, except for one classroom that they were to address on today. Natchez Middle School is completed. McLaurin, they were working on that. It's, all items have been placed at the staging area. Now they are moving those items from the staging area into the individual teacher classrooms. So teachers won't have to be transporting items from cafeterias to that classroom, which was one of the concerns of our employees. So we ensure that that doesn't happen.
The gym has air?
The gym does not have air as of today, but they have assured us that when students are there for July 29th, there will be air in the gym and in the cafeteria.
Cause that was a
Yes,
major issue.
yes.
Are
Yes.
the teachers happy with this new move and getting new classrooms and?
So I have not
It's been
received
work.
any, it's gonna be a challenge, and I'm quite sure when they return next week and start prepping classrooms, it's gonna be a little extra steps because now they have to unbox and place items into their new spaces.
Right.
But we've tried to make sure we address all of their concerns. We've had a few teachers reach out to us about some concerns. We have immediately responded to those concerns.
Okay.
So the team and I, district team and I, we will be in buildings next week to make certain that we are there, so when teachers arrive, if there are continuing concerns, that we'll be able to address those immediately.
I mean, sometimes, changing space is good, right? I mean, creative, you get a new space, you get a new reorganization.
Absolutely, and when we look at the teams that have been created with this reorganization, we're excited about what's gonna happen.
That's right.
About the impact that this change is gonna have for our children. We are very excited. Personnel, I applaud, go ahead, Mr. West.
I was gonna ask you about the change orders you mentioned, were they more costly or anything? I'm wondering whether we need to approve those change
No,
orders.
sir, I don't think you have to approve them. We did have, when you approved the contract, there was contingency money in that contract. So
Okay,
this is not above what is already there.
okay, alright.
Personnel, I applaud Dr. Morrison and Ms. Tennessee and our apprentice administrators for the work that they've done to ensure that every classroom position has a quality person. Now, when we initially talked about the reorganization, we did admit that there will be some permanent subs in places, but we have, Dr. Marson and that team have identified the very best people possible. We have a mentoring program that we will have in place to ensure that they have the support. We also have some curriculum ambassadors that we'll talk about in a short amount of time, who will be in the buildings with the responsibility of supporting our new teachers, because we not only want to recruit them, we want to retain them. Thankfully, we had one employee who was serving as a teacher assistant this past year. Early in the spring, we talked with that person because she's a very hard worker. And we said, hey, we're just gonna put you in the classroom. We understand you haven't received your degree yet. We have college hours. Because of your work ethic, we're gonna put you in the classroom as a perm sub. Thankfully, because she was interested in becoming a certified teacher, she went ahead and reached out to Alcorn, and thankfully, she has enough hours that she will graduate in December.
Thank you.
She thought she had 2 years.
Uh-huh.
She will be finished
That's
in
a
December. It is, and we are so
That's
excited. Yeah, I don't cry often, but she brought a few tears out of my eyes.
Oh, Lord.
What? Did you take a picture?
He better not. Unfortunately, we still have some issue with people vandalizing our properties at Fraser and Robert Lewis. Officer Davis was in on the coast at a conference, and I had to call him to have some law enforcement to go through our Robert Lewis property. We're just continuously working to address that. Mr. Ford has reached out to Project NOLA, which provides surveillance cameras in communities. He's reached out to them about providing some cameras at those 2 locations. We've received a quote, so we're gonna work with Mr. Bird to see if this is something that we can do in order to ensure that those properties are secured. We know they have historical value, and we don't want them just destroyed. If I'm not mistaken, working with Judge Brown, some of the vandalizers that Officer Davis has caught will provide us some community service as restitution for what they've done.
We need boys and girls.
We do. The Department of Interior and National Park, informed the board last month of the Department of Interior sent us a notice of concern regarding some encroachment on property while constructing the new high school. Mr. Ray Bourne, who is the subcontractor working with Volker, has submitted their restoration plan to the Department of Interior and the National Park Service, so we are waiting approval to move ahead, and that was the moving of the dirt. And then finally, teacher leaders working with Dr. Morrison and Mr. Fields and Mrs. Butler, we've identified, I know one of the priorities that the board has expressed is creating teacher leaders. I know that Dr. Munch has been an advocate for making certain that instead of investing so heavily in consultants, that we also invest in our teachers. And so that is one of the things that we are enhancing. We've had curriculum ambassadors previously, but we have increased the number of ambassadors. These are teachers who are in the classroom who will receive stipends in order to facilitate and take some lead positions at their campuses. So we've identified teachers by grade level and content level who have data that demonstrates they are effective teachers. We want to make certain that they are there to support their colleagues and support their administrators and making certain that we have the greatest impact on student achievement that we possibly can. We met with those teachers on yesterday, some of those teachers on yesterday. They were very excited to be selected. And so we're just excited about the opportunities that we have for teachers. We can't pull everybody out of the classroom and place them in administrative positions or coaching positions. However, it is our goal to make certain that we recognize the achievements of our teachers and also invest in creating leaders among those teachers. Okay? And then finally, convocation, back to school convocation. The beginning of school is upon us. We're in New Year's Eve. And so convocation will be held next Wednesday. at 9:30
Dang.
at the Natchez High School
Oh,
Gymnasium.
Next win.
Already.
Right.
New teachers will arrive Monday and Tuesday. All teachers arrive on Wednesday, the 24th. Our students arrive on 29th, the following Monday. So if you see Dr. Morris and Mr. Fields and they look a little drained, yeah, they are. However, it's been good work.
Let's go back to those pre-K. Make sure by the time they leave pre-K, they reading that handbook.
Listen, that is what Ms. Clark has been tasked. You all approved some additional responsibilities for Ms. Clark last month at last month's board meeting. So she, along with Dr. Hammett, have been tasked with making certain that we are increasing the reading ability of our students this year to build stronger readers moving into their third grade.
Do we still do the box tops?
No,
The what?
Baby,
box tops for
It was
education.
big too.
it was big. Both my kids buying stuff with those box tops. And me struggling. Cereal I never ate before. It's box tops.
Just to cut the top off.
Just cut the top off.
That's all that I have for updates.
Okay. What y'all got?
I just wanna tell everybody to stay safe.
I don't have anything, thank you. Good to see everybody.
No comment.
Well,
I'm good with that.
I'm good, so. We,
Offer motion, we have a closed determination.
Yes.
4:51.
Dr. Martin, you got anything?
Mr. Hyde, second.
5 o'clock?
you not gonna give a second?
Thank
Okay.
you.
It's been moving second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, pass 5 years.
Have a good evening. Thank you all.
Thank you.